Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie. And today, my good friend Jessper is on with me. You are not going to want to miss it. So please make sure that you tag your friends, share this out. Here we go. Do you want to know how amazing people connect? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie.
Thanks for connecting. And if you like what you hear, please share.
Good morning. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie. Special thank you to our sponsors, the Alzheimer's Association, Subway of Albany, Burley's Fancies, and Present Gifting. For more information on the Alzheimer's Association and how to give to this amazing organization, go to alz.org. And for more information on Subway in Albany, Oregon, and their amazing food, call 541-926-7020. And for Burley's Fancies, gifts and gift baskets, so amazing. Go to burleysfancies.com.
Relationships are important. Moments matter. Present Gifting is a free service to remind you of special moments. You'll receive gentle reminders of upcoming events, birthdays, anniversaries, holidays, and more. Register at presentgifting.com.
Music by Connor Hedge and Protestant, used with permission. Russ. Hey, welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie. I know I was there somewhere. So great to see everybody today. What a blessing to be here, and just so thankful for all of you, and so thankful for my guest Jessper that's going to be with me today. What an amazing young man doing great stuff. So we're going to talk to him soon, but first, just wanted to welcome you again. This community is so amazing. So welcome to Marketing with Russ. If you're brand new, welcome to our community. Man, I'm telling you, we are all about how amazing people connect here on Marketing with Russ. That's right. And you know what? We have such amazing people like Jessper on, and so thankful for that. People that really just identify with connecting and building community in all that they do. And so many different people, different walks of life, different occupations, all coming together because, we are better together. And Jessper and I are part of a marketing or a networking group together, the Hounds of Business, which is an amazing group. And things like this help people come together and really do amazing things. And that is where the magic happens. So I'm a firm believer that connection and community building is at the foundation of any good marketing plan, any good business, really any good life. So that's what I'm all about. And thank you for joining us here today. You know what? Of course, I love to connect with people. So you go to russhedge.com today. If you know my name, it's a piece of cake. Just put a .com on the end. You're all good. russhedge.com has all the information about me. It's got my connection links from social media, email, phone number. You can even schedule time directly on my calendar. I would love for you to do that. If we have not had a chance to chat already, we can Zoom. That would be great. Also, it's got all the information about me, about my inspirational speaking, about my live stream producing, about my writing. I'm an international best-selling author. My latest book behind me, Life Happens and Then You Choose. Every day of your life, life happens and then you choose. And this book is about going through adversity and challenges in life. I tell some stories about me through my cancer journey and so many other things, and how life continues to go on if you keep a good perspective. Perspective is what it's all about. So anyway, would love for you to do that. All my books are available, russedge.com, or you go to Amazon or any online booksellers for that. And would love for you to join our YouTube page. If you're thinking, I already belong to too many things. Well, let me tell you, this is why you want to subscribe. There are so many amazing people we've had on this show, on my other live streams, and they're all there. And there's thousands of people with great, great value, all their connection links, everything in one spot. So today, please subscribe. Go to marketingwithruss.live. It'll take you straight to my YouTube page. In fact, you can open another tab right now. Open it up, click, marketingwithruss.live, subscribe. There you go. You're all good to go. And I'm telling you, you're going to be thankful that you did, because there are so many people with great value, just like Jessper today. And right now, if you would be so kind, share this out, tag your friends, let them know we're on, because a lot of people are busy. It's Thursday, the week's going by, and they're just right in the middle of stuff. They need that little reminder, that little nudge. And so remind them that we're on Marketing with Russ. And so they'll be ready to go and they can join us. So for those of you that are here, please do that. And also make sure you engage in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Comment, say hi. It's just such a blessing. So anyway, okay, there we go. I have one more thing. Every week we do our marketing tip of the day, and I'm going to do that. And that gets cut out, put on YouTube Shorts and on social media separately. So you can actually like, share, and just watch again the marketing tip of the day. Just a little tip to help you, give you a little nudge in the positive direction. Okay, you ready? All right, here we go. This is your marketing tip of the day. Build a team. That's right. We are better together. So when you build a team, great things happen. We collaborate together. We move and grow together. That is what it's all about. Isolation and trying to do things by yourself will never be able to, you'll never be able to accomplish all that you could if you build a team. When you come together with other people, they have talents maybe you don't have. They have expertise maybe you don't have. And vice versa, you have things they don't have. So when you come together, you are able to accomplish so much more. So today, whether it's in sales and marketing, whether it's just through your business, build a team and you'll be much more successful. And that is your marketing tip of the day. All right, there we go. We got her going. We're going to get Jessper in the room, and he's just waiting to go. Morning, Jessper.
Russ, good morning from Los Angeles. Very excited to join you today. Thank you for having me. And quick shout out to the Hounds of Business. Very great opportunity to connect. Very incredible community. So shout out to the Hounds of Business.
Oh my goodness. Huge shout out. What an amazing group. And so thankful that we both can be part of that. And we're able to meet through that. So Jessper, we're going to start at the very beginning here, because I already know the amazing things you're doing. Tell everybody, who in the world is Jessper and what are you up to?
Absolutely. So for me, I work with small business owners who are stressed out by the idea of HR and helping them transform their team into a high-performing culture. And I'll do that through leadership development. I'll do that through that foundational HR strategy and performance management, so that business owner feels less overwhelmed about managing their people and feeling less like a babysitter. Because I know with managing a team, there's so many moving pieces, but when you have that foundational HR strategy in place, it just makes life easier for the business owner and the business.
Oh my goodness, that is so true. And really what teams need and businesses is people like you that are able to come in and just really facilitate and help do that. So let's just say I call you up and I say, my team's a mess. I need you to come in, Jessper. How are you going to do that? First of all, do you do most of it in person or do you do it online? And how do you start?
Yes. So for me, I can do online. What we'll do is we'll take a diagnostic, because there are so many pieces. There are so many elements, so many moving parts. what we'll do is we'll just review many details in the HR strategy. So, how has the hiring been going? What type of people are you looking for? What has retention looked like? What does training look like? What does onboarding look like? How do you keep your employees engaged? We'll look at the different elements just so it's standardized and everyone can understand it. And when a team, let's say with that example, team in MS, we'll take a deeper dive. What's going on? What gaps are there? What issues are there? What do people need to go? What do people need to do to work together, collaborate better? And then what we'll do, we'll look at processes, systems. Where are the communication gaps? Where are any problems that have come up? We'll take a deeper dive, and then once we take that diagnostic, we'll look at solutions that we can put together to really help the team move forward and work together. And Russ, I like the marketing tip that you shared today. Building a team, so very relevant because when it comes to running a business, it's becoming more difficult for one founder to do everything on their own. So building that team, finding other people with complementary skills, finding people who can take all that work off your plate, you'll feel less overwhelmed, stressed out. Overall, yes, so much value in building the right team around you.
Well, exactly, because when we come together too, we can support each other, lift each other up. And that's what you were talking about, building systems and processes that help everybody work together, because that is, it's not easy sometimes to figure out what direction you want to go and how you can bring everybody together. And the leadership part of that is a big, big thing. So you talked about helping with leadership, talking with systems and procedures. Do you work together with them? Do you have some guidelines already laid out that you give to them? How do you approach that?
Yes. So what I'll do with the leaders, I'm certified in various assessments, and then based on their current needs, we'll go through those assessments, share the results, so they can get a better understanding of their work styles, what strengths have been working well for them, any areas for improvement, and then based on that, we'll come up with solutions to really amplify their impact. Because when it comes to being a leader or running a business, it really is that impact from the top. The employees and the team members do see that. When a leader is really taking actions to become more effective and efficient, that'll really go to the team members as well, getting everyone on the same page. That assessment next is really reviewing the systems and processes that they do have in place. For many founders, it's very easy, especially for many of us, to keep these ideas in our head and not have it documented or systematized in any form. We'll play by ear and see what works by trial and error. But in reality, that could cause some chaos over time. Very important for leaders, business owners, to document any important systems and processes they have in place, especially with the team, because everyone has a different idea of how things should be done. But when the business owner and the leaders are intentional about how work gets completed, it gets everyone on the same page and more unified and aligned into how to accomplish goals together.
Yeah. Oh, I completely agree with that. It is, it's getting everybody on the same page that I think is, a big important thing, because a lot of times people are looking at going different directions. So building these systems and processes, I like what you said, evaluate what systems and processes they have currently and see what's working and what's not. And sometimes it's a little bit of trial and error, a little bit of tinkering with that. Do you find that when you come in and help them evaluate, a lot of people don't even realize they already have some pretty good systems in place? They just need to know how to improve those, right?
Oh, absolutely. Because when it comes to growing a business, there are some elements that have helped us get to where we are today. It's just a matter of really emphasizing or reinforcing the things that are bringing in that impact, and really putting that process in place to make it easier for us to move forward.
Yeah, exactly. It's one thing that I realized when I started my business, I did that exact thing, is sat down and reviewed what I was doing. And, that's when I first started with, let's say, for live streaming. I realized that I had a really great process and procedures in place that I was able to duplicate and help other people do live streams and produce for them. And until I sat down and wrote it out, I didn't realize how organized I actually was. But it also allowed me to take a look at it and say, okay, here's a couple areas I'm challenged with. I'm a little bit, not doing quite as well. I can work on these areas. So do you do that? Do you take a look at saying, you guys are doing great here, but right over here, this part would really help with communication, processes, whatever.
Absolutely. And Russ, I like how you said that you took a process and you duplicated and you shared it with others. And that's exactly the benefit of that documentation. Because when you have something in place, it's easier for other people to understand how that process works as well. So really that impact gets multiplied. So that is just the great part of really putting that process in place.
Well, yes. And, I've just learned over time and worked with amazing people like you that are much better than I at detail and processes. And so, that's why I always encourage people to go to somebody like you, Jesper, and get a third party involved. That's why everybody needs a coach. They need mentors. They need facilitators, people to help with the process, because we all have blind spots. We all are moving this direction and we're missing things that could really fill in some gaps and make a huge difference. One thing I really find a lot of times is there is a communication breakdown in a lot of businesses. And if you don't have good processes for communication, that is going to be your foundation will crumble if you can't communicate with each other, right?
That's right. Especially when it comes to communication, being very intentional. And if there's anything that you need to bring up, very important to really share those issues early and proactively. Because when it comes to communication, if any information or issues are withheld over time, that could snowball into something bigger. So being intentional and solving problems early, and two, making it easy for other team members to share and express what's on their mind. If there are no channels or opportunities for other people to open up about any problems or issues, that could end up as a blind spot that could really cause more chaos for the business. On the other hand, when the business owner or founder or leader really makes it easy for everyone to communicate, it'll make that process much more efficient and effective in really finding solutions to work better together.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Better together. There you go. So let's dive into, I am, all about connection and community building, but people miss the fact that they really need to build connection and relationship with the people that are right there beside them, working with them. It really starts at home first with your own life and family, but then at work, when you're able to really get to know people and really build good relationships, and not everybody's going to be the best of friends, but everybody can have good relationships and work together well. And the better your relationship is, the better you communicate, right? We have to talk together. We have to build this thing, because if we don't, that's when problems happen. Whether it's at home, with a marriage, with whatever. If you don't talk to your spouse, you got problems. And you go to work, if you don't talk to your coworkers and your management team and all of that, you're going to always have issues, because people are going to be going different directions. So when you walk into a situation, Jesper, where it's kind of chaos in the communication and they are not really clicking, how do you get them all back on the same page? What are some tactics you might use in that kind of situation? Because I think a lot of people run into that.
Absolutely. And before I get into that, I want to highlight a point that you brought up earlier, and it's this theme of connection. So important, because it's one thing for a manager to hand over a task and leave it there And it's another thing for a manager and leader to hand over a task and say, Russ, wanted to get your input on how this task can be or project can be successfully completed. Wanted to get your insights. That way, it really creates that room for that open communication for everyone to share more perspectives into really building more success into that project. And when it comes to that chaotic team, it is really opening up that intentional conversation, reminding the leader that they really do need to put in that specified time to talk to their team members. Because if chaos is left unattended, that can lead to absolutely more chaos. On the other hand, when the leader or manager does take that time to actually bring their team members in, whether this is remotely, whether this is hybrid, whether this is in person, really putting in that time intentionally to hear from their employees or team members, that's really going to open up the space for everyone to connect better with each other. And that'll start to open up some room and space for everyone to take a breath and really find ways to work together. It's really that intentionality in reconnecting to really get through that chaos and find ways to move forward.
Yeah, I love that, Jessper. Intentionality. You've got to move with intention, everybody. Listen to what Jessper's saying. If you are not intentionally moving in a particular direction, if you're not moving with purpose and you don't know why you're doing what you're doing, we have big problems there. So when you're intentional, you are thought through this process, or you're thinking through the process, and you're working through things. You don't have to have all the answers, right, Jessper? You just need to intentionally take one step after the other in the right direction.
That's right. Russ, I like how you brought up that concept. A leader does not have to know all the answers. There's this myth that the leader has to know everything, but that can lead to burnout, that can lead to overwhelm, that can lead to stress. On the other hand, when a leader gives themselves the space to really have that time to find things out, eventually, that's really going to create more opportunities for growth. And when it's working with that team, I like how you brought up that idea of purpose. So many business owners look at the revenue, the P&L, the financial growth, and leave it there. On the other hand, when the business owner reminds their team members why they created that business in the first place, and what I mean by that is the impact that you're creating for the world, that's really going to get other team members fired up and engaged. That big why, that big purpose, that big mission, very important to be, again, intentional about that and to remind team members what they're striving for.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I could not agree more. I think a lot of times too, when we come together, if we focus on where we agree and where we commonly are moving in the same direction, and then work on the other issues, things go a lot better. You know, when you're realizing, hey, there's a lot of positive things we're doing here, everybody. This is not all falling apart. It's not all negative. We just need to work on a few things, and that's okay. That's not a big deal. We got some things we got to work on, and that's actually a good thing, because now we've identified what we need to work on, and we can work as a team to make this better. And I think when people have buy-in on that, and they really feel like they're part of the team that's making a difference, then that motivates them to do more, right, Jessper?
That's right. And very important to focus on the positives. Easy to get distracted by so much that can go on in a business. There's so many moving pieces, so many moving parts that can really pull us aside. But on the other hand, when we look at what's working and really reinforce those positive aspects and really amplify that impact, that really does make a difference into how everyone can collaborate better. On the other hand, if a team really just focuses on that chaos and stays there, not much change will be built upon that. But on the other hand, when a leader does want to put in that time and effort to move everyone in the right direction, that's where more progress will take place.
Well, and I think so many people think change is negative, and change is not negative. You can make change, negative changes or positive changes. And like we talked about, if you focus on the positive things you're doing well, and improving things, that change is healthy, good. You grow through it. We all have things we have to work through. So you grow and learn together. And when teams really buy in on that, and I think they come together, they are much more encouraged. And I always say, when I go speak to teams, an encouraged and inspired team is a productive team, right? That's a team that's going to help a business grow and do great things because they're all coming together, inspired and encouraged on what they're doing. And you don't get inspired and encouraged by just sitting around and everything being happy and great all the time, because it's just not that way. You working together to overcome things is what really builds connection and helps us come together, right?
Right. And Russ, I like how you brought up the theme of change. And yes, when it comes to the world and society, change can be scary. It leads us to something that's unpredictable. Change leads us to some place we've never been before. However, when leaders really focus on that big why, that purpose, that mission, it could alleviate some of anxiety and fear and remind people that the impact that they're striving for will make a difference. So yes, change can be scary, but when we realize that we're striving for a better outcome, a better future, a better tomorrow, that really will get people more energized about looking forward to what the next chapter could be.
Oh my goodness. That's it. Well, man, I tell you, Jessper, amazing. You've got so much amazing information. People need to definitely connect with you. And I want to encourage everybody watching, reach out, share this out, let people know Jessper is available to really help build your team. You need somebody like him that can facilitate and help move you in a positive direction, get your team gelling together and working together, because you're always better when you got a good team moving in the same direction. So I tell you, all of his connection information is in the show notes, in the comments. And guess what? It's clickable, everybody. You can click on it, go straight to it. So, hey, Jessper, I want you to wind things up for the day. Let us know what you consider your gold nugget of today. What do you really want people to remember? And then tell us how we connect with you so people can get in touch with you.
So there are actually two things I want to share. The first thing is a quote that's really inspired me, and it comes from John Maxwell. And he said that when you help others grow and develop, it'll bring a great sense of joy and satisfaction. So when you're out there, really take the time and opportunity to help other people grow, because you will see those rewards come back for you. And the second thing I want to share, when I'm speaking to people, I like to share that it's one thing to be the best in the world, but it's another thing to be the best for the world. And let me explain. We're not the best in the world. We are striving for the best outcome for ourselves, but we may be holding that impact back. On the other hand, when we strive to be the best for the world, we're sharing that impact with others, and that really makes a difference. So it's one thing to be the best in the world, but it's another thing to be the best for the world.
I love that. I love that.
And the best way to connect with me, feel free to visit my website, FamiLEADconsulting.com. And I'm very active on LinkedIn, very passionate about leadership, team building, personal growth, professional development, company culture, HR, you name it. I absolutely love to have those conversations. Please feel free to reach out.
So great, Jessper. And all of your connection information is below us. It's in the comments, the show notes. Click on it, everybody. Go to Jessper. Everything is worth a conversation. That's where it all starts. Go to somebody that can help you and answer some questions and get you moving in a positive direction. So, Jessper, I am so thankful for you being here today. And we had Mike, the leader of the Hounds, here in the comments. And to appreciate you, Mike, and all that you're doing. And so, Jessper, I'm going to say goodbye to you on screen here, but hang tight in the green room till I wrap things up, okay?
Thank you, Russ. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Oh, my goodness. Amazing young man, everybody. You guys have got to get in touch with Jessper. Amazing. And I'm telling you, we all have blind spots. We all need somebody like him that can bring us together and really help us work together better as a team. I know a lot of times people say, oh, I've got this. I can handle it on my own. Well, you know what? You really can't. we need each other. We need people that have maybe a little more expertise than we have, or we just need people with another perspective that can help us, because you know what? Your perspective drives your life. You know what I always tell you, your circumstances, your team, your business, plus your perspective is going to equal your experience. What experience do you want? What do you really want to happen? And maybe you need a little help with that experience and that perspective today. So reach out to Jessper. Thanks, everybody. I just want to remind you, we are so blessed here on Marketing with Russ with amazing sponsors. And today, before we started out the show, we were showing you that, let me take that comment off the screen so you can see it. There we go. Thankful for the Alzheimer's Association, underwritten by Mark Flowers, Subway of Albany. I'm going to take this off too. There we go. Burley's Fancies and gift baskets and present gifting. Boy, I tell you, we couldn't do this without our sponsors. Also, the other thing that is so amazing is our listener supported people that are supporting what we're doing here. So thankful for that. You can scan this QR code or go to the link in the comments. We appreciate anything you give towards, I consider it a ministry, but lifting up value and positive words and helping people. Any amount goes towards the production costs of this program. And there's a lot that goes into that. I have a team that works with me, not only a co-host on the other things that I do, but also behind the scenes, my amazing teammate Ever is working with me, and other teammates in other areas helping with pieces of these broadcasts and putting them all together. So I appreciate that and appreciate each one of you. So with that, we're going to call it for another day, and looking forward to seeing you all next time. We're here every Monday, Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for your viewing and listening pleasure. Until then, have a blessed life. See you, everybody. Bye.
Thanks for joining us for this week's episode of Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. Be sure to subscribe in your favorite podcast app so that you don't miss a single episode. Have an amazing day.